Today we're going to read the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, and then we'll read the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and 2. So please open your Bible and join me as I read the word of the Lord. Chapter 14 of the book of Zechariah. Ouch! Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Okay, perfect. So, chapter 14. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses replied, and the woman ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, and then he fought in the day of battle. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem. This is the first time I see the name Mount of Olive in the Bible. For real, it's always the Mount Zion, the other mountains, but it's never Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem in the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof, toward the east and toward the west. And there shall be a very great valley, and half of the mountains shall remove towards the north, and half of it toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Yea, ye shall flee like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night. But it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. Honestly speaking, I wonder if that's why Jesus Christ said to the people who asked, when will you return? And then the Lord said, it's not for you to worry about the time or the day, because I will come as a thief. The day of the Lord will be just like a thief. Nobody will know what time it is, nobody will know when or how, and it's going to happen on the appointed time. And it's for us to be ready for it, because if you're ready, you won't cry, you won't be surprised, because when you are ready for something, you can expect it to happen anytime because you are ready. But if you're not ready, that's a different story. Anyways, continuing with verse 8 of book the 14 of the book of Zechariah. Okay, Zechariah 14 verse 8. And it shall come, and it shall be in that day that living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the former sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name and his name one. All the land shall be torn as a plain from Geba, the Rimmon south of Jerusalem, and it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place, from Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hananel unto the king's wine presses. And the men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more outer destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall raise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and he and the health of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver, and apparel in great abundance. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and all and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, as this plague. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which shall come against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles. And it shall be that whose will not come up of all the families of the earth and unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up, and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that came not up to keep the feast of tabernacles. This shall be the punishment of Egypt, and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the feast of the tabernacles. In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Lord. And the post, wow, this is a little bit scary. Wait, what is this? And the pots in the Lord's house shall be like the bowls before the altar. Yeah, every pot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto the Lord of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and sit therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanites in the house of the Lord of hosts. I just got a little bit scared because the word holiness unto the Lord is not in low key, it's in high key. So it was a little bit scary for me, but that was the end of the book of Zechariah, chapter 34, wait, 14. And now we're going to start with the book of Micah, chapter 1. Hello, for Robbie. Hello, Dennis. And hello, Estrella. How are you guys doing? So, chapter 1 of the book of Malachi. I'm sorry if I said Micah. It's Malachi. The burden of the word of the Lord of Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, say the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Say the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragon of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate place. Thus said the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, The Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. A son honoureth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honour? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Say the Lord of hosts unto you, all priests that despise my name. And yes, say, wherein have we despised thy name? Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar. And yes, say, wherein have we polluted thee? Wow, that is so deep. And verse 7 it says, Ye have offered polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, Wherein have we polluted? In that ye say, The table of the Lord is contemptible. Contemptible. I don't know what's the meaning of that word, but just the very beginning, it made me think about how we fast, and most of the time, we fast not with the intention. I mean, the intentions are right, but the circumstances are not. So they give the bread, but the bread is not sanctified, is not clean, is polluted. But the intention of giving the bread is to glorify the Lord. But because the means are not necessarily pleasing the Lord does not like it. So, this is very important for us to always think about the means, the how are we gonna glorify the Lord, because just because the end is to glorify the Lord, it doesn't mean that we can do any single thing but the end is going to be glorifying the Lord. I don't know if that makes sense. Many people say, I have friends who are not Christian, but I'm there so I can preach to them. So the end is beautiful, but the mean is very, very dangerous. I hope that's a good example, but I can't think of anything else. Anyways, verse 8. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will ye be pleased with thee, or accept thy person? Say the Lord of hosts. And how I pray you, beseech God, that he will be gracious unto us. This hath been by your means. Will he regard your persons? Wait, what? And now I pray you, beseech God that he will be gracious unto us. This hath been by your means. Will he regard your persons? Said the Lord of hosts. Who is there even among you that will shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, say the Lord of hosts, neither will I accept an offering of your hand. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered and unto my name, and a pure offering. Hi, uncle. Uh, but ye have profounded in it, that ye say, The table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemplated. Contem- Ye said also, Behold, what? A weariness is it, and ye have snuffed at it, say the Lord of hosts. And ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, say the Lord? But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth a sacrifice unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, said the Lord of hosts. My name is dreadful among the heathen. Chapter 2. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, if ye will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, say the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yeah, I will curse them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread dung upon your face, even the dung of your solemn feast, and one shall take you away with it. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. Ye walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law of the law at his mouth, for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. But ye are departed out of the way, ye have caused many to stumble at the law, ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, said the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible contemptible and base before all the people according all ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. Have we not all one Father? Had not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Judah had dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah had profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and had married the daughter of a stranger God. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar out of the tabernacle of Jacob, and him that offered an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with, with weeping and with crying out, in so much, in so much that he regarded not the offering any more, or received it with good will at your hand. Yet ye say, wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witnesses between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dwelt treacherously, yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant. And did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit, and wherefore one? That he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. For the Lord, the God of Israel, said that he hated putting away, for one covered violence with his garment, say the Lord of hosts. Therefore, take heed to your spirit that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have wearied the Lord with your words. Yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, every one that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighted in them, or where is the God of judgment? This is the end of the reading of today. Thank you so much. I hope to see you all tomorrow at the same time to read chapter 3 and chapter 4, and then start the book of Matthew, chapter 1. Don't forget to pray and read the Bible before you sleep. Bye.